Welcome to the Smarter Science of Slim, the scientifically proven program where you eat more and exercise less to burn fat and boost health.
Eat smarter, exercise smarter, live better. I am so ready for that.
Hey everybody, Jonathan Bailor back with another extra super deluxe bonus Calorie Myth Countdown podcast special edition. What is that for? How is that for hype? Getting you pumped up. Well, we got to be excited because this is the final countdown week. This week, the Calorie Myth book at caloriemythbook.com. The Calorie Myth book comes out after basically 15 years of amazing work by so many researchers all around the world to finally turn the tides against this obesity, diabetes, cancer, cardiovascular disease, heart disease epidemics that have swept us simply because we've been given misinformation about eating and exercise. We've been told a load of myths, calorie myths, that everything, all foods can be equivalence classed in terms of calories, and that all physical movement can be used to cancel out any and all calories we eat, because again, a calorie is a calorie, and whether it comes from an avocado or spinach or soda or a honey bun, it doesn't matter. They're all the same, and you can just jog them all off. All of that is untrue. Everything we've been told is wrong, and that's why the harder we've been trying, the sicker and fatter we've been getting. But no more. No more! And it is my sincere hope that with the release of the Calorie Myth through HarperCollins, we'll be able to get this message all around the world, because this is becoming a worldwide problem. We now live in a world where obesity causes more suffering than hunger, and where the global economic burden of eating non-food and these calorie myths is now approaching $2 trillion. So we've got to free ourselves from these calorie myths, and the easiest way to do that is to show ourselves that they simply do not add up. And I can't think of any better example than the one I used to start the Calorie Myth book, which again, if you haven't pre-ordered, please do so. This is the last week you can pre-order. And the reason pre-ordering matters is if you pre-order, you can get all sorts of free bonuses. So videos, these aren't just like webcam videos. These are nice HD videos, recipes, ebooks, hundreds of dollars of good stuff, as well as maybe some additional copies of the book you can give to help your friends and family be healthier in the new year. So please go over to caloriemythbook.com. Again, that's caloriemythbook.com. If you haven't pre-ordered, this is the last week to do so, because the book comes out and then calorie myths go bye-bye. So let's put the nail in the calorie math coffin with my favorite story. And the story is really a study. It's a study that was done by the wonderful researchers, Dr. Barry Popkin and Kira Duffy. They're medical doctors over at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. And they published a study that showed that between 1977 and 2006, the average number of calories consumed per person per day increased 570. So 570 more calories per person, a gradual increase over a 40-year time period. Now, the problem is that the study then just said, oh, yep, we're eating too much. We're eating too many calories. Stop. Wait a second. And this is like the emperor's new clothes. There is such an oversight here. If we're eating 570 more calories per person than we need to, if we were basically weight stable as a country in 1977, which we basically were, and we're facing an obesity epidemic right now, it's fair to say that maybe these are 570 too many calories. That's fair. But if we're consuming 570 too many calories per person, according to this data, then that means since 2006, when this study stopped collecting data, so again, 570 surplus calories in 2006 when compared to 1977, between 2006 and today, if the average American is consuming 570 too many calories per day, and if everything we've been taught about calories in and calories out in this mythical metabolic math were true, the average person in America should have gained 476 pounds since 2006. That's obviously ridiculous. That obviously hasn't happened. The question is not, why are we getting fatter? The question is, why don't all of us weigh over 600 pounds? Because according to everything that we've been taught, literally, like this really is the emperor's new clothes, because this is so patently wrong. If we are consuming 570 too many calories per person per day, and we've been doing that for the past 7 years, according to what we are all taught, it is a fact that we should have all gained 476 pounds. Obviously, that hasn't happened. So the fact is that didn't happen. Therefore, the fact is calorie math doesn't add up. Literally, anything you read that says, oh, just cut 50 calories per day and this predictable result will happen. Stop reading that. Stop reading that. It's wrong. The person who wrote it does not understand basic metabolic science. They are propagating myths, dogma, which seems intuitively right, but is wrong, right? We can't always trust our intuition. Look out your window. It looks like the earth is flat, doesn't it? And if the earth wasn't flat, wouldn't the people on the bottom fall off? That intuitively makes sense. It doesn't intuitively make sense that the earth is circular, or spherical, and that there's this thing called gravity which holds us on. It makes sense to think that the earth is flat, but it's wrong. It's not what science shows. Calories in, calories out, this conscious metabolic math makes sense, but it is wrong. It is definitively wrong. Every single study that has ever been conducted that calculated calories in and calories out showed that the math did not add up. Yet we continue to be told it, and we continue to struggle. And that is the source of our struggles. We're not weak. We're not lazy. We don't need to try harder. We need proper information. We need to be freed from these calorie myths, and that's what we're here to do, and that's what you can start to do. And through your example, you can empower so many to do the same thing, and then we can achieve something which seems too good to be true. We can achieve automatic slimness and accidentally avoid things like diabetes. I know that sounds too good to be true, but it's too obvious to be false. Diabetes used to be 100,000% less common 100 years ago than it was today. And nobody knew any of the science we knew today. Nobody thought about exercising. Nobody even knew what a calorie was. And we had 100,000% lower incidence of diabetes and prediabetes. The rates of obesity were sub 3% before anyone knew what a calorie was, before any gyms existed. Forget about counting calories. It wasn't even possible to do that, and we were all better off. We have been fed a load of calorie myths to the extent that we can free ourselves from them and understand the simple science of food quality and exercise quality instead of calorie quantity. Slim becomes simple and health becomes easy, as evidenced by the fact that nobody tried to stay slim and nobody was on these health kicks for the entirety of human history up until right now, and we were better off. We're trying harder and doing worse. That's because we've been fed a load of myths, and it's time we free ourselves. And I am so excited. I am so excited. Literally, 10 plus years of my life have built up to this week, and I am so excited to share it with you and to ring in the new year with what I hope you will find to be the definitive work that you want to share with everyone you know that will free them from the misinformation which has led to more suffering in this world than almost anything else in the modern era. It's time to free ourselves from these calorie myths. It's time to live and enjoy and savor a smarter science of slim. And I would urge you, and I would be so grateful if you would hop on over to caloriemythbook.com. And in this final week, pre-order a copy or a couple copies of The Calorie Myth so that you can get a bunch of awesome bonuses and share this transformative, proven, and simple scientific information and enjoy a life of simple slimness and easy health through correct information. Thank you so much for counting down these past 6 weeks with me. I am so excited this New Year's Eve for The Calorie Myth to hit bookshelves and get delivered to your doorstep. So thank you so much. Hop over to caloriemythbook.com and remember, 2014 and every year after, eat smarter, exercise smarter, and live better. Chat with you soon.
Wait, don't stop listening yet.
You can get fabulous free SANE recipes over at carriebrown.com.
And don't forget your 100% free eating and exercise quick start program, as well as free, fun, daily tips delivered right into your inbox at bailorgroup.com. That's Bailor group.com.